Today we're going to talk about Samadhi. Samadhi means proper concentration or proper reception. That means our mind is in total control. We are the owner of our mind. It is a state of absorption where our mind is brought into focus and our mind is true, righteous, and proper without any deviance or bias. And it is without any false thinking. We are going to study the sixth patriarch, Huineng Master's Platform Sutra that talks about Samadhi. He says, in order to have complete wisdom, you must understand the two kinds of Samadhi, the Samadhi of One Form and Samadhi of One Conduct. Let's first look at the Samadhi of One Form. If you do not dwell in forms anywhere and do not give rise to hate or love, do not grasp or reject, and do not calculate advantage or disadvantage, production and destruction while in the midst of forms, but instead remain tranquil, calm, and yielding, then you will have achieved the Samadhi of One Form. Samadhi of One Form is a wisdom, which means our mind do not dwell in any form. That means the living situation, all the phenomena. When you are not attached to form, you are back to your essence, which is formless, without any attachment. Anytime, anywhere, we are in complete control, in charge of our emotion. When situation comes, we do not give rise to love or hate, and we do not grasp or reject any kind of situation, things, or people. It's not that we try to ignore anyone, but our mind should always be at peace without these strong emotions and strong discriminations. And we do not calculate advantages or disadvantages. Do not be selfish or have a strong form of the self. In the Diamond Sutra, it says a bodhisattva should not dwell in any form when giving. When we give or help others, we do not think what is there for us. We do not remember the person that's giving and the person that's receiving and how much the offering is. So let go of all the attachment to form. That's when we will be at peace. In the midst of any form, any living situation, we should remain tranquil, calm, and yielding. So that's our natural state of mind when we are in control. When we have the Samadhi, we will no longer be attached to living situation, to your family, to your co-worker, to your friends, relatives. You still perform your duty and do the best that you can, but you have no attachment. That's our proper state of mind when it's at peace. You probably heard the story. There are two men arguing about a flag flapping in the wind. One says it is the wind that is moving. The other says no, it is the flag that is moving. A Zen monk came and said, neither the flag or wind is moving, it is the mind that moves. So when our mind moves or is agitated and it's not calm, it is giving its power away to the situation. We're no longer in control. We're no longer the owner of our mind. So Samadhi means we're always in charge of our mind. We can think the thought that we want to think. We can have the emotion and the feeling that we want to have. We're always in charge of our mind. So Samadhi of One Form is wisdom. Samadhi of One Conduct is concentration. This is more understanding the teaching of the Dharma, and this is more about the effectiveness of your practice. Now let's look at the Samadhi of One Conduct. In all places, whether walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, maintain a simple and straight mind and attain the unmoving bodhimanta and the true realization of the Pure Land. This is called the Samadhi of One Conduct. In all life actions, walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, we should maintain aware and mindful of our thought. Our mind should be simple and straightforward. the mind that is conniving or pretending or lying, that is not being straightforward. We should always have a pure mind that is very sincere. Our words, our appearance, and our heart should be the same without any pretending or putting on a mask. We should always be respectful. That is in alignment with our true nature. And we want to attain the unmoving Bodhimanta. That means our holy temple. The holy temple is not in the other places. It is in our own mind. When our mind is at peace, that is the Bodhimanta. And it is the true realization of the Pure Land. We all want to go to Amitabha's Pure Land, but the Pure Land means our pure mind. When our mind is pure, we create the Pure Land. When our mind is evil, we create corrupt world. So it's all because of our mind. This is called causation. Our mind is the cause of all things. So we need to have the correct thought, the correct mind, which is the pure mind. That's our original, pure, true mind. That is the Samadhi of One Conduct. When we are walking, standing, sitting, and lying down, we know who is the person that's walking, that's standing, that's sitting, or lying down. They are the function of our mind. Through the function, we need to reflect back to our essence, the essence of our mind. We chant the name Amitabha all day long when we are walking, standing, sitting, or lying down, is to remind us we are one with Amitabha because we all have the same Buddha nature. So by chanting and reciting his name, we are bringing out our true nature. In the Stragama Sutra, it says to be in control of the six senses and purify our thoughts. Chanting is controlling our six senses, our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. We collected inward, chanting the name Amitabha. That is how our mind is purified. So we often say, when you drop a clear pearl into the muddy water will turn clear. When we chant the name Amitabha in a distracted mind, the mind will resonate the Buddha. So every time we chant is to purify our mind. So it's no longer chaotic and confused. In every action, we should be mindful of our true nature by chanting and reciting Amitabha Buddha's name. That is the Samadhi of One Conduct, which means in one alignment with our true nature. This is the same as Buddha Remembrance Samadhi, or we call it chanting of single-mindedness. Patriarch Huinan says, one who perfects the two forms of Samadhi is like the earth in which the seeds are planted, buried into the ground, and they are being nourished and is growing, ripening, and bearing fruit. This is the final verse. It says, my ground contains all seeds. Under the universal rain, they all sprout. Certain enlightenment, the flowers have bloomed. The Bodhi fruit is self-fulfilling. Our mind is the ground that contains all seeds. The rain is the Dharma. Huinan Master's Dharma is like the tiny rain moisturizing the sea. The sea is like our Buddha nature that is receiving the moisture from the rain. When we reach certain enlightenment, it's like the flower blooming. So with enough Samadhi of One Form and Samadhi of One Conduct, we'll definitely reach certain enlightenment. Certain enlightenment, it can be one instant, it can be one day, or it can be 10 days or 10 years. When the time is right and you accumulated enough effort, it will definitely bear fruit. The Bodhi fruit is self-fulfilling. It is natural because it is all within us. The two types of Samadhi, they are innate in all of us. We are supposed to have the right concentration, be in control of our mind at all times. There was a monk named Large Beat Huihai Master. he wanted to visit Master Mazu, so he traveled a long way. When he arrived, Mazu Master asked him, "Where did you come from?" Huihai answered, "I came from the Dayun Temple in Yuezhou." Mazu asked, "What do you want here?" Huihai answered, "I'm seeking for the Buddha Dharma." Mazu answered, "I don't have anything here. What Dharma do you want? What is the point of leaving home, not attending to your own treasure?" Huihai asked, "What treasure?" Mazu answered, "This person asking is the treasure. Everything is sufficient. There's nothing lacking or shortcoming. It can be used freely, so why seek for it externally?" Just that one sentence, Huihai realized sudden enlightenment. So the person who is walking, standing, sitting, lying down is the Buddha. The mind is the Buddha. All we have to do is to work diligently, work hard in our Samadhi of One Form in combination with the Samadhi of One Conduct. One is wisdom, one is concentration, one is our understanding, one is our practice. If you combine the two, when the time is right, we will definitely attain the wonderful Bodhi fruit. We will taste the wonderful fruit of Bodhi. So that's the class today. Thank you for listening. Amitabha.